adventure in the wild, vast reaches of space, missions of daring in the name of interplanetary justice. Travel into the future with Buzz Corry, Commander-in-Chief of the Space Patrol.
Space Patrol is presented by Nestle's Ever-Ready Cocoa in the bright red can and those terrific Nestle's chocolate bar.
Commander, the hatch closed. We're locked in. What's that?
Somebody threw the switch. We're being bombarded with radiation.
And there's no way out.
Stand by for exciting action on the deadly radiation chamber in just one moment. Say, fellas and girls, we've got a real mystery on our hands. Somebody's been prowling around Terra 5, so the commander and I have rigged up this complete space vision circuit to watch and see if we can catch somebody when the... Hey, there's the signal coming from the galley. Let's see what we've caught. Well, I'll be. It's our own Cadet Happy. Well, fry me for a Venusian. He's putting down the Nestle's Ever-Ready Cocoa and putting 1, 2, 3 teaspoons in his cup, adding hot water, and there's his sensational Nestle's Ever-Ready Cocoa all ready to drink. Say, that looks mighty good. Hey, let's go over and surprise him and maybe have some Nestle's Ever-Ready for ourselves, huh? Well, I'll be a three-toed Martian. He's disappeared already. But he left some hot water, so I think I'll have a cup of Nestle's Cocoa, too, huh? Ah, this is it, Space Patrollers. Nestle's Cocoa. It gives you a real energy boost and treats you to that delicious chocolate flavor snack time as well as meal time. Let me tell you, here at Space Patrol headquarters, Nestle's Cocoa is on the menu every single day. Commander Cory insists on it because Nestle's Cocoa is just packed to the brim with energy-boosting ingredients. Rich whole milk and power-giving sugar are already in it. You know, Mom and Dad have a hot drink to start the day, so why don't you? Why don't you ask Mom to get you some Nestle's Ever-Ready in the big red can? And say, have you sent for your sensational Nettie Nestle Space Jet? Well, don't miss out. You listen closely because after the first part of today's adventure, I'll give you the whole scoop on how to get one of these terrific all-plastic flying jets for your very own. This is an Exonium plant, the Halifax Exonium Atomic Products Company. It is here that nearly 30% of the system's fissionable material is processed for commercial use. From this huge, sprawling plant, the Halifax Company makes a contribution vital to the very existence of the United Planets. Not far from the great plant itself, in Terra City, high atop an office building, sits the guiding genius behind this huge enterprise, the gruff and blustery Mr. Henry Halifax.
Mr. Tyler, state your business and be quick about it. I'm a busy man. Well, what do you want? You're wasting my time. Speak up, speak up.
Maybe this will answer your question, Mr. Halifax.
What's the meaning of this?
Shut up and turn around.
Why, you...
Turn around.
The disguise is excellent, sir, excellent. You could fool me, and I was just talking to Halifax.
Take this to the hideout on Mercury. It annoys me.
Amazing, Mr. Proteus. Even the voice. No one will know you're not Halifax himself.
This is only the beginning, Tyler. Only the beginning.
Well, if it were just the Halifax company alone, it wouldn't be so bad. But the Matsoon company and the Justin company, too. The three largest processors of fissionable material in the United Planets. Power shortage like we're in for will not only cripple industry, but surface transportation, interplanetary flights. There won't even be enough power to operate the homes of the people. And worse.
Worse?
Medical science centers rely on synthetic isotopes for many of their cures.
Smoking rockets, it's right. I hadn't thought of that. No wonder the Security Council ordered you to investigate all the nuclear fission plants.
Yes, but where do we start? Why would these three companies suddenly declare their plants radioactive and unsafe, dismiss all their employees, and go out of production, one right after another?
Maybe it's sabotage, sir.
Well, maybe it is. In any case, that's what we've got to find out. The Halifax company plant being located here in Terra will be our first stop. We have an appointment with Henry Halifax himself at 1200.
Wonder what he'll have to say.
Buzz,
Oh, hello, Carol.
Hi, Carol.
I'm glad I caught you, Buzz.
Well, what's up?
Well, it seems that Dad just told me that the director of the Fissionable Material Agency is coming to see you in an hour.
Oh, what for?
Well, the Security Council just gave him special emergency powers now that production's limited.
I see.
And Dad said off the record that he's feeling his new authority already.
Oh.
He told some of the council members that he's going to keep his finger on the progress of your investigation.
That's all we need. Well, we still have time to see Mr. Halifax before Mr. Proteus gets here.
Who, sir?
The council director, Happy, Mr. Proteus.
How many times must I tell you never to use that name Proteus in here? When we're here in this office, I'm Halifax. When we're in the Mars office, I'm Matsoon. And on Venus, I'm Justin.
Yes, sir, I'll remember.
See that you do. Yes, yes, what is it? Speak up. Well, what do they want? Well, what are you waiting for? Send them in.
Want me to leave?
No, stick around.
Mr. Halifax, I'm Commander Cory. This is my Cadet Happy.
Oh, what do you want? Speak up, I'm a busy man. Get to the point.
All right, Mr. Halifax, I will get to the point. Your company supplies 30% of all the power units used in the United Planets.
31.7%.
Well, the government thinks that your installations, along with those of Mr. Matsoon and Mr. Justin, are being sabotaged. I've been ordered to conduct an investigation and like your permission to go into your plant here in Terra.
Go into it? Are you mad, man? It's been declared unsafe. The whole place is radioactive. Why, it may reach critical mass at any time.
You mean blow up?
Nobody's talking to you.
Oh, sorry.
Do I have your permission?
Permission? Of course not.
Maybe you don't understand. This is an emergency.
The answer is still no. Now, if you don't mind, I'm a busy man.
I can get a warrant allowing me to search your premises.
Then get it.
Mr. Halifax, you have a stockpile of power units, yet you've canceled contracts and refused to sell any of them. Why?
None of your blasted business. This is my property. I can do with it what I want.
Of course you can. But Mr. Matsoon and Mr. Justin are also withholding their stockpiles. This could suggest a conspiracy to manipulate the market price and create a monopoly. And that, Mr. Halifax, is illegal.
So
think it over.
Goodbye, Mr. Halifax.
get out of here!
Lock the door, Tyler.
Maybe you ought to let Cory go into the plant. Like he said, he can get a warrant.
I need the time it'll take him to get that warrant.
Time, Mr. Proteus? What for?
Cory is smart, and he's dangerous. It won't take him long to figure out just how we made this plant radioactive. Then he'll soon discover the same trick was used at the Matsoon and Justin plants.
Yeah, I see what you mean. If he found out that we'd stop production on purpose, he might be able to make that monopoly charge stick. We'd be out of business before we get started.
Exactly. That's why Commander Cory has to die.
Did you get the warrant, Happy?
Oh, yes, sir. It'll be ready in a few minutes. You can pick it up after your meeting with Mr. Proteus.
He's late.
Proteus. Proteus. Well, I heard that name before.
There was a mythical sea god named Proteus, Happy. He had the strange ability to change his appearance whenever he wanted to.
Sure, I remember now. Yeah, Proteus could look like anything he wanted to.
You speaking about me, young man?
Oh, no, sir. We were talking about a mythical sea god.
Sounded very interesting, this ability to change one's appearance. I'll have to try it sometime.
Mr. Proteus, I'm Commander Cory.
Oh.
This is Miss Carol Carlisle and my cadet, Happy.
How do you do? Very glad to know you. I'm sorry I'm late, Commander. I was held up in an important meeting.
That's quite all right.
Now, Commander, as you know, we're facing a serious situation.
Yes, I know.
We must act as fast as we can if we can avert a disaster.
We're starting our investigation at once, Mr. Proteus.
Oh, excellent, Commander. Well, I know we can count on you. I merely stopped by today because I wanted to assure you that you will have the complete cooperation of my council in not interfering in any way with your investigation.
Thank you.
The only thing I want in return is that you keep me informed of your progress so I can assure the council members that everything possible is being done.
Oh, certainly, Mr. Proteus. In fact, I can tell you right now that we're going over to the Halifax plant in a few minutes and see if we can find out about this mysterious radioactivity.
Oh, excellent, Commander. I can see you're on your toes. Well, I won't take up any more of your time. I'll be in touch with you.
Right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Huh. Well, is that all there is?
Well, that was painless.
Yes, it was. Let's hope this Mr. Proteus doesn't turn out to be like your mythical sea god.
You mean change into something else?
Yes, into an ogre. If we don't learn what's wrong at the Halifax plant.
That's right. My name's Tyler. I saw you at the Halifax office.
Then you know why we're here.
Sorry, I can't let you in.
I don't want to contradict you, but we have that warrant.
Warrant or no warrant, I can't let you in. I'm not authorized to.
You are now.
Not interested.
Hey, what's the big idea? Oh!
That wasn't very smart, Tyler.
Maybe you'd like to do something about it.
Come on, Hank. Yes? There, you can read that when you come to. Smoking rockets, Commander, they were right. This place is hot. Listen to that Geiger counter.
Seems to be coming from the walls, all right.
Commander, you don't think this whole place really could reach critical mass and go up in an atomic explosion, do you, sir? With us in it?
Mr. Proteus, I stalled them as long as I could, but they're inside the plant now.
I wonder what's in there, sir.
It's a chamber for making synthetic isotopes. Must have closed down the plant before this was processed.
Sure hate to be in here when they started bombarding it with radiation.
Huh? Wait! The hatch closed! Commander, we're locked in.
What's that?
Somebody threw the switch. We're being bombarded with radiation.
And there's no way out.
Say, Space Patrollers, you want the great new Nettie Nestle space jet, don't you? Yes, sir, it's a really great model. You can throw it for a long, long distance, and it does all kinds of tricks. It's all plastic, so it can't break, and it can't break anything, even when you fly it in the house. Look, here it has a special secret compartment in the nose, so you can send secret messages to all your pals in the Space Patrol. Say, there's a message here. Let's see what it says. This sensational offer is from the makers of Nestle's Ever-Ready, the instant cocoa with whole milk and sugar already in it. The one cocoa that needs nothing but water added to give you a rich, hot drink with delicious Nestle chocolate flavor. That's Nestle's Ever-Ready Cocoa. Okay, now here's the scoop on how to get your space jet. You send your name and address, along with 25 cents in coin, plus the lid from a can of Nestle's Ever-Ready Cocoa, or a tracing of the front of the Ever-Ready label to Nestle, Box 66, New York 46, New York. Now that's 25 cents in coin no stamps, please. Plus the Ever-Ready can lid or tracing of the front of the Ever-Ready label to Nestle, Box 66, New York 46, New York. And that's all there is to it. But this offer is good for a short time only, so don't be left out. Send for your space jet today. And now back to Space Patrol. And make a note of the time. Between the hours of 1430 and 1700, all public utility power will be cut off. This is the first step in an all-out move to conserve power. Further emergency measures will be taken. Stay tuned for...
I'm back, Dad. I was just listening to the emergency broadcast. Oh, yes, it's terrible. I just hope Buzz can find the answer before the whole system's paralyzed. Well, he's working on it already, Dad. He and Hap are at the Halifax plant right now.
It's no use, Commander. We're locked in. Commander, look! The more those damper rods come out, the more radiation we're taking. How much can we take, Commander? How long can we last?
Not very long, Happy, unless we can get out of here.
That's impossible.
Did you get him, Mr. Proteus?
Yes, Tyler. They're both locked inside an isotope chamber. From now on, all we've got to do is wait. It's just a matter of time.
There must be a way out of here. There's got to be.
It's no use, Commander. I've been over every inch of this place, just like you have.
It's Carol calling Commander Cory. Buzz, this is Carol. Do you read me? Buzz, Happy, come in.
Commander, I don't feel very well.
You can't just give up.
Maybe it'd be better if this whole place did reach critical mass. Blow up. At least that way it'd be quick. Or maybe if all those damper rods would just come out at once, all at the same time.
Don't talk that way.
Wait a minute.
It might work.
Got an idea?
Perhaps. I pull all the damper rods out. Accelerate the radiation.
I was only kidding, sir. I didn't mean...
Well, look, Hap, suppose the radiation were increased, say, to beyond the danger point. There must be an automatic cutout switch to take care of it.
Yeah, there must be. Yeah, wait a minute. If you increase the radiation beyond the danger point, how does it affect us?
It'd be dangerous, Hap. You get a good dose of radiation, maybe too much. You may be able to get the medical science center in time. They could treat us.
It's the medical science center. Commander, even if we do get the power shut off, how do we get out of here?
If there is an automatic cutout switch, there must be some provision for immediately lessening the critical load here in the chamber. That can mean only one thing. This block of raw material would be withdrawn. A whole lot of the chamber through here.
Yeah, in order for that to happen, the panel would have to open.
Here, Hap, you sit here.
What about you, sir?
I got some of the rods. All set?
I'm ready, sir. I hope it works.
Hey, how'd you get here?
So we'd like to know.
Them Space Patrol uniforms. What are you fellas doing here?
It's a long story.
Hey, you fellas don't look so good. Kind of pale and sickly. Is anything wrong?
Where's the nearest spacer phone?
Up there, right around the corner.
How about our miniature spacephones, sir?
They'd never penetrate the insulated walls.
You don't look in any condition to get to that spacer phone. Why don't you just sit here and take it easy? I'll make your call for you.
Thanks. Call Medical Science Center. Have them send an emergency ship fast. 2 cases of radiation.
Radiation? Now, just don't you worry. I'll make that call for you right away. Just take it easy.
Commander, you don't think there'd be any chance that we could make it ourselves?
No.
In your ship, do you, sir?
No, we'd black out before we got there. Don't worry. They'll get here in time.
Yeah, sure. Sure, they'll get here in time.
You're all set now. I told them to burn their rockets if they had to, just to make sure they get here as quick as they could.
Thanks, old timer. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we sure do.
I'll just sit down here and wait with you, if you don't mind.
I can't let you in, and that's all there is to it.
But Commander Corry and Cadet Happy are in there. I know. I landed right by their ship.
They had a search warrant.
But they've been in there so long, and they don't answer my spacephone calls.
Look, I can't help that. You're not coming in, and that's final.
All right.
Hey, you, come back here. Come back.
Commander, would it be funny if an ambulance ship was already out there and Tyler wouldn't let him in because he didn't have a warrant?
Maybe we'd better call again.
Let go of me! Let go! Let go of me! What? What? Happy, what's wrong?
Nothing now. Now, if you can break a few speed records, get us to the Medical Science Center.
You're hurt. What happened?
Radiation.
I'll get you back right away from
Now,
here.
you better take Tyler and that Ben, the watchman, along for questioning.
Commander, they're gone.
Oh, we don't have time to look for them now.
Yeah,
Come on.
You're right, Carol. We'll pick them up later.
What are you doing?
Now, don't be a fool, Tyler. It's got to look like an accident.
What do you know about this? As I said before, I give the orders. Mr. Proteus, let this be a lesson to you, Tyler. Every time I give an order, obey it to the letter. You can never know when I'll be standing next to you. And neither can Cory.
Yes, Dad, we're back at the office, and they're all right. They counteracted their excessive radiation at Medical Science Center. Oh, and they both look as good as new. Bye, Dad.
Say, Commander, do you think maybe that Tyler or that watchman might have had something to do with us getting locked in that chamber?
I don't know, Hap, but we're sure going to find out.
Hey, what's going on?
That's just a start. The first results of a power shortage, and may mark the beginning of the worst disaster that this system has ever known.
In just a moment, a preview of next week's exciting Space Patrol adventure, which will be brought to you by Rice Checks and Wheat Checks in the red and white checkerboard packages.
How do you like them?
How do Chex taste best to you? Some space patrollers eat wheat Chex and rice Chex with lots of good milk. Maybe you like milk and sugar to make your Chex extra sweet. I like my Chex with milk and sugar and fresh fruit. No matter how you fix them up, Chex are tops. The best cereals ever, not tops just one way, tops all three ways. Number one, Chex are tops for taste. Triple toasted and make them crisp and crunchy and super tasty. Number two, Chex are tops for size, made in that modern bite-size design, a size just right for a perfect bite. Number three, Chex are tops for get up and go. A good breakfast with Chex gives you plenty of real get up and go energy. So get yourself some Chex, wheat Chex or rice Chex in the red and white checkerboard packages. The cereals that are tops three ways. The only cereals with a Space Patrol trading card free in every package.
And now a scene from next week's exciting adventure, The Plot in the Atomic Plant.
Hey, there he is up there, Commander, on the catwalk.
Yes, I see him. I'm behind a structural beam suspended from that cable.
What's he going to do with that cable?
He's releasing it. He's going to drop the whole load of the beams right on us.
Be sure to see what happens when Buzz and Happy are the objects of The Plot in the Atomic Plant. Next week on Space Patrol. Nestle's Ever Ready, the instant cocoa, and famous Nestle's chocolate bars. Remember, Nestles. Nestle's makes the very best chocolate. Be sure to hear Space Patrol on ABC Radio every Saturday. Consult your newspaper for time and station.
Ozzie and Harriet star on ABC television.